What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, this will be a real quick one, I guess, today. This one is about Sony and their aspirations to be more like Microsoft, let's be real. Now, I know the ponies and the donkey unicorns, they can be like, no, Sony's better, blah, blah, blah. But you notice history dictates that Sony's been chasing Microsoft's lead, their tail, if you will, for years, decades. I guess ever since Xbox came around, you know what I'm saying? So now, Sony, here's the problem with the donkey unicorns and the ponies. That Sony, they had that letter of intent to do something business with Kadokawa, right? Right. Then the ponies and the donkey unicorns went, oh boy, they're gonna buy it and they're gonna own FromSoft and Elden Ring and all this stuff. That's what they said, right? And so what happened was Sony ain't got no money. Sony broke. How many times have I said Sony broke? I said it many million times. Not a million. I said it a lot of times. And $400 million in the hole from one goofy game, wasted 8 years. I mean, look, people got paid. Meaning the people who worked on that game that's a failure got paid. Not saying the game is a failure because of the people that made it. I'm saying it's a failure because Sony don't know what the hell they're doing. That's why. And so, I mean, there are other things. They were getting sued for something. It's a lot of stuff. They've been losing money. So PlayStation has been losing money for a minute. Now, I'm not sure who bought, was it Firewalk Studios? Is that what the Firewalk, right? Whatever. I don't know who bought it. Was it PlayStation or was it Sony? Regardless, it's still all the losses fall under Sony. You know, so PlayStation loses, then Sony loses. If Sony BMG or whatever it's called loses, Sony loses. You know, if Sony Animation loses, Sony loses. You get it. So they trying to buy Kadokawa, but Kadokawa was like, yo, you got to buy the whole thing, son. We ain't piecemealing this out. You got to buy the whole thing. Sony and Sony was like, we don't want the whole thing. They weren't saying that. They were saying we can't afford it. They went up to Kadokawa with coupons and IOUs. Kadokawa was like, nah, nah. But we got coupon. We got WIC. We got the card. Can we use this? Like, no. Maybe we should go over to Redmond and talk to those people. Well, hold up. Let's see what we can do. Let me go back and talk to my people so we can talk to your people. So that ended up happening. And so Sony buys, I forgot how many million shares, but it equates to 10% of Kadokawa, which I guess is the major stakeholder. So it makes Sony the majority in that. But how it was described was that it's going to be a strategic gathering of congruent, collaborational thought process. Something goofy where it's like, yeah, Sony's not in charge. So they got to get permission. Because there's so many different, they have 10%. Who has the other 90%? I want to know how many other companies have the other 90%, right? And it would be easy for them to go ahead if they aren't, like, let's just say Sony starts making moves like they the boss, right? And they start making moves where it's like, yo, Elden Ring 2 is exclusive. And everybody, the whole other 90% is like, nah, that's not, no. I don't know. I'd have to look more into the numbers. I don't understand how 10% can be majority, because 51% is majority. If you know what I'm saying? So how is 10% majority? What? Anyway, whatever. I'll look into it. I'll get back to that point maybe. But the hilarity of this whole situation is that Sony couldn't afford the $4 billion. They couldn't afford the They spent almost that much on Bungie. You know what? They might have been able to afford it, meaning gotten a loan, because they're worth whatever. I forget how much they're 80 billion now, or so. I don't know, maybe a little bit less. And so they're worth enough they could get a loan off of the worth of their, obviously. But I don't think Hiroki Totoki's like, what, another fort? No. Here's some coupons. Here's winning his couch. Here's some change. Cling, just threw it at him. Go get a little bit. Go give me a popsicle. Bring me back my change. And so they end up spending what, 317 million? Peanuts, I say, in the grand scheme of this big boy game that we playing. You know what I'm saying? When you got Microsoft spending way more than that on a publisher. And I mean, Activision Blizzard King, that's a big deal. They make a lot of money. Kadokawa, questionable. I mean, how much money do they make? How much money do they pull in? Is it comparable to ABK? It's not, obviously, because they're only valuated at $4 billion, and Sony couldn't afford that. And go back in other videos. I said Sony's broke. I said they broke. They're broke not only because they lost like $500 million like last quarter or whatever last year, but because they're not making enough money on the stuff that they're doing. It seems like they are. I mean, look, Hiroki Totoki is coming in. He's coming in to correct things, because how it was being run before is like, yeah, it's all like a facade. It's like, yeah, we're making the most revenue. Yeah, we got the most exclusives had. Yeah, we got the most console sold. And like, you look at every single one of those points, and they're eroding away, if not flipped. So now Xbox has more exclusives than PlayStation, period. As far as revenue, sure, but that's a misleading number, because revenue does not dictate how much money a company makes. That's profit. They're not making enough profit. Based off the revenue they're making, they should be making more profit. And based off look, they're making more revenue than Microsoft. Microsoft's making more profit than they're spending too much over at PlayStation and Sony. And Microsoft just knows how to, they know what's up. They know how to spend their money. They're good with their money. They're frugal, if you will, with their trillions of dollars, if that makes sense. But it does make sense. It doesn't matter how big or small your company is. It's about percentages. I hate percentages, but in this respect, it's important, because you can say, all right, our revenue is up whatever percentage, but our profit is up. If the profit is up, and say if the revenue is down but the profit is up, then that's cool, because it's like you figured out a way to cut costs and blah, blah, blah. I mean, now how they do that, that's another story. But as far as the business goes, you want profits to be up. You know what I mean? And Sony's not doing it right. They're not doing it right, and they're whatever. They've been fooling around for a long time, and they got everybody out of there. Hiroki Totoki fired everybody. Herman Hulst was next. He's like, how long you been here? He's like, wait a second. Okay, wait. Shuhei just went. I kicked Jim Ryan out. That dumb it. Sean Layden, I made Jim Ryan kick out Sean Layden. Andrew Houser. He went down the line. He's like, yeah, all them Americans, all them Westerners are gone. And he's looking at Herman and he's like, you're not Asian. Not to make this a racial thing, but I'm just saying, Hiroki Totoki and the hardware dude are not Asian, if you know what I'm saying. They're not non-Asian, if you get my drift. So I think they trying to clean house of the imperialistic ways, if you know what I'm saying, the Western ways. And Herman's gone. Herman's going to be gone soon, because Lego Ho of the Mountain, or no, Lego Ho, Leg Ho, however Sean says it, that was a flop. They tried. I heard the rumor that they're gonna put that out on Xbox. I'm like, they gonna put that out on Xbox? Nobody wants to play the game. Because the property that is based off of is not something that people want to play. Like, look, I'm gonna say The original Horizon is a pretty good game. Second one, I mean, they're beautiful games, but are they great games? Are they excellent? Are they the best games ever? No, they look good. The combat looks kind of cool, but it's not a huge giant property to go Lego and everybody's like, oh, Lego, yay. Oh, they did Lego. What? Okay. You notice all the Lego properties are super like well-established pop culture properties. Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. I mean, Lego themselves. Batman. What else do they have? Did they have Lego Minecraft? I don't think so. You know, what? Just go through the Lego, games and see which ones are Sony properties. There are none, except for that one, which is trash because it's not that popular. And they canceled the TV show. So that should tell you something about that. Actually, today I was supposed to talk about the secret level stuff. Real quick tangent. That Concord. Oh, wow. Okay, so both of Sony's things on this the secret level thing, I was about to call it last level. Secret level show on, is it on Prime? Prime or Netflix? I can't remember. I think it's on Prime. Doesn't matter. Okay, so the Concord thing it was meh. It was like, okay, sure. It wasn't anything special. You know, like the Mega Man one was probably one of the best ones, but it was too short. But the other thing, I forgot what it was called, but it was like, oh, it's all the things, and everybody, and Kratos is in there. He didn't say no words, so I guess they didn't want to pay Christopher Judge to say something. And it was really bad. Angry Joe and them, they call it a commercial, which is kind of true. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out, like, subscribe. Leave me in the comment below. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the things that I talked about, because I can't remember what it is besides the secret level stuff. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I'll talk to you on the next one too. The way